Hello everyone, this is DX and welcome back to Minecraft. Today what I want to do is something a little bit on the different side. Hopefully I can talk my wife into joining us on playing on the server with me. And if I do, I want to make sure she has someplace to go. So I have thought, and as I was building out more of the forest here, this would be a perfect spot for a little for a little house for her. And I think I'm going to make that happen in this video. So hopefully she can join us after this is all done. Because this is Monday. And I'm trying to get this done before she wakes up. I said that like that it means anything. Yeah. Before she joins us, I want to try and get this done and everything ready for her. One thing that this project has been doing is using a lot of bone meal. I'm through 2 or 3 bones now already. So the one thing that that really annoys me about this is just how much grass is generated every time you do this, and how I both like and dislike how easy it is to break the moss blocks. Because if I'm just trying to break that, or if I'm trying to break this, and I just keep my button clicked for just a little too long, it destroys it. When I want nice big trees and all of that, and that's the other thing I was thinking of. I know I went from, oh, let's break moss to, hey, this is a thought. I don't want it necessarily on this side of the rail. I don't want to actually accidentally kill off villagers when I send them up. That one doesn't. See, now watch. If I get rid of this, that will grow. Same with these here. If I get rid of that, that one will grow. That one, not so much. That's fine for them. But I was thinking of doing and potentially trying to grow some of the large trees in there. I don't know if they'll match with the with how nice that the kind of the pale green of the azalea trees. I don't know. It's something I'm gonna have to think about. And I can already tell I'm a little bit more low energy. So, mostly, this is mostly due to the fact that it is, well, I say early in the morning. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's not that early, but it is kind of early, and I don't have quite the amount of steam that I did the other day when I started recording a bunch of these. Break these, because then that one will grow. That one won't. So I'll try and get some more energy going before this video ends. All right, so one thing I'm going to do real quick to kind of protect is I want to roughly put down a barrier of where I want the clearing to be for this house, so that it doesn't, I don't accidentally grow trees or anything. That should be pretty good. But I want this to be heavily forested on the outside. So, like, I'm gonna, yep, just like that. That's the one thing I see right there. Broke moss, didn't mean to because I was breaking a leaf. I may have to go get some bushes and everything. It's getting, and I just, yeah, it's. I really hate grass. I'm sure I'm not alone in my dislike of grass, but I hate grass. And in fairness, this is actually coming together a little bit better than I thought it was. Because we have, I think I'm going to, I gotta be careful with this since I have that mod on. How do I want to do this? I think I can't put down stone. I'm going to put down birch. All right, I know I should have, well, it's kind of hard to read in the face here. I put 1 bone meal down and I had 4 of these spawn. So that was kind of nice. Two more stacks of bones gone into bone meal. Let's take a quick peek at this from the sky. It's looking good. It needs to be just a little bit more dense. What's up here? Trees. Somehow. Oh, I bet you the leaves break and. Yeah. Got it. Take that. Just road. But coming out. Oh, I need to get over here a little bit better. It's all grass. I also realize this is going to be very dangerous for a lot of reasons because mobs and everything. So not exactly the best thought for someone who barely plays Minecraft, but I think this is the original. Yeah, this is the original one where we lead through and walk into this forest. Is kind of creepy. I'm gonna make it even well. Hopefully, improve it a ton, but I want to make sure we get a lot. So she just comes out, has a nice little balcony with just a forest around her. And then if we go, I just want to kind of see where this. Okay, that's what I thought. Other than the fact that this is probably very dangerous, I'm gonna make this kind of her. Oh, that's pretty tiny as far as houses go. I've got some ideas. We'll make it work. You know what? I just had an awesome thought. It's gonna take me just a second, but I'm actually right here, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm getting really annoyed with having to break all of these leaves and moss and all of that when I shouldn't need to because there is a very easy way to get rid of this stuff. And I've just kind of neglected using this as a method. I don't know why, but this should be way easier of getting rid of all of this carpeting, as it were. Oh yeah, and then I can go back through and fix it up how I want later on. Well, I say this is going to work for things like this where there's a bunch of areas. It'll work, but it won't be like right up here. This would be a good example. It's just going to flow in one direction. That might help, but I don't care. I do care if I fled this. Oh wait, no, tracks don't get washed out now. Torches or levers do. Yeah. Oh, my inventory is so full of junk. Do not think we need all of the seeds or the carpet. All right, so I'm going to work on this still.
Yeah, this forest at night is super creepy because I can't see anything outside of the outlines of stuff. Not to mention the fact that you just hear zombies scuttling around and moaning. Is not ideal. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's skeletons there. There is a way out. There's a lot I still have to do. Ooh, the tree. Shoot me all you want. Ow. Freed myself again. Well, that one actually grew. I'm surprised. I am full of a lot of arrows. And now that it's day, we can kind of appreciate the mountain down there. Or not the mountain, the forest. You can kind of see the little hole that's going to be my wife's house. I think I want to increase the coverage just a little bit more. And this is going to be an ongoing project, but now that I've got all that, I think it's good I might start working on her actual house part of it because that's the most important part. In fact, don't need that or that. There's a little spot up here. That's kind of nice. So yeah, I was planning on having, nope, I want the rockets. I don't care about anything else in here. I was thinking of having a little spot where, there'd be sunlight and everything. Why do I have a stack of carpets? The other thing I did was there is one spot in the forest here, right here, where it's heavily treed and there is just a little bit of sunlight poking through. I think that is really cool. I'm definitely going to come through and add some more, just like that, some more trees throughout here because it definitely needs some more trees. Really wish. Oh, okay, there we go. So I want it to be kind of like a maze where you can get lost in and all of that. Oh, there's a pumpkin. This is part of the mountain side here. And this side barely has any trees, so I'm gonna have to work on this side some more too. But probably not right. This is all carpet, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to work on. One of the sad things now is you can definitely tell where Endermen collect because they have ripped this place apart with stealing dirt. So right now I am just building out the basis for my wife's house, and I think I want to have a little waterfall going down into this. I think I am going to connect these two lakes together to make it even bigger. But I want a little waterfall going down and connecting these two, I think. And then having a little viewing area right up here. That would be kind of cool. And then it's splitting off and going into either direction. Like that could be the main side of our house, and this can be the stairway up to the roof there. Yeah, I'm liking that idea a lot more as I think about it. Oh, why I'm bouncing so much. Now, one of the things that I will point out is I am not a builder. Thought I heard something. But I am not a builder whatsoever. Want to make sure this is. I have a feeling this isn't level. So if we did that, yeah, it's one off. If I take out that wall, it's not one off. Okay, I actually made this. Oops, perfect-ish. I'm gonna do this for both the top and the bottom. I have ideas, but I'm not a good builder. I don't do well with block palettes. I don't. It's just not something that I'm skilled at. As you can see with the mountain, I made it all out of stone. Best. Made it all out of stone, and like the most decorative-y thing I haven't done anything decorative-y except this path here, and even then I'm not 100% thrilled with it. But I will try, especially since this is my wife's. I should have listened to my own advice. Oh Jesus! This is all going wrong. So I was chopping trees, and because I have that stupid data pack on, I chopped a little bit too much. And not even thinking about it, just sitting here, I was like, oh, I better record and say how dumb I am. And then a creeper came and blew this up, as evident by the video where the creeper came and blew me up. Well, it didn't blow me up, but it blew up the stuff. So I have to go and get more saplings, not saplings, bone meal. Oh, I'm gonna be really upset about this, but now I have to figure out and potentially chop down all these trees. May see how it looks with it regrowing. If not, I may just end up having to chop down all of these trees and start over again. Would be unfortunate. So I think what I'm going to do is put down a layer of these, kind of where I wanted this to go, but leaving the gap for the door, and just grow them out and see what that looks like. If I don't like it, I'm going to cut it down and probably chop down a good bit of this front forest here. We'll see how this looks. If I can get them all. Torches off my hot ball. I think unfortunately it definitely kind of. We'll have to add some more stuff around here to liven it up a little bit. I think it's okay. We'll put like right here. You know what? Let's do this. Let's modify and make some of these trees bigger. I'm gonna immediately regret this. Yeah, immediately regret this.
I went a little Kermit the Frog there for a second. Don't know why. But maybe I can do some over here. Just fill in right there. And do that, that, that. Give it a little bit of height over on this side. That's fine. It did fill in some of the gaps. Well, if we come down here, now the thing about these are, I'm completely lost now too. I end up growing trees all over again. Let me figure out where I am and go from there. Well, I made it to the outside. That's not where I wanted to be. I've passed the entrance. Alright, so come in here, throw that up. Need to make sure we have a path out of here. Definitely need... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Definitely need one here. Throw that one too. Well, I kind of like that right there, though. Throw that there. Throw you. There's the rail, so that's fine. Break that. Throw that. Come through here. Do have... Well, the hanging logs are normal anyway, but... This is a dead end. Come through here. Okay. And then this path. Oh. I want to keep this path because this path is the original path that I had planned. Oh. Almost dead too. Yeah, I want to keep this path, which means potentially keep thinking there's carpet there and it's not. Potentially building out some more. I don't know if this one. No. I do like it there as a decoration. I don't know why I broke it. We'll keep this path as a decoration here, but it'll also lead straight. Fairly like that, bro. Oh. There we go. And she'll come here. This will be our little house. I'll decorate it up a little bit. And let me go over what I have so far. I've made a beacon, but I've made this as a blue. As I was talking about, this is going to be kind of a little waterfall. I went with this stripped oak front here, and I'm trying to decide if I like oak or the jungle for the frame. And if I go with the jungle, I might change out all the wood. But then if we go up here, we have a little viewing platform. So this hasn't been finished. I have to block off that. But going this way with each floor is going to be her house. And then this is just kind of the main entrance viewing area because this will come up straight up to here. And in fact, what I'm probably going to do is I'm either going to curve it from here up or from here up and give it kind of a, that's probably going to be from there. Give it a little viewing dome. And I might take out the railing and just do another glass, like a glass floor or something. I haven't decided yet. But this way, you can sit here and kind of watch the sunrise. I mean, that's not a bad view-ish. But I've got a bunch more work to do, unfortunately, so I'm going to just keep working on all of this. I just had to run out of my building. Somehow... Sorry, I'm getting my microphone set up, because I was just over here trying to figure out what blocks I wanted to use for my wife's floor. Somehow, creeper spawned over here. And I don't know how. Oh! It almost didn't die. Like, I came over here, I was looking, came back over here, looked, and then came over here, turned around, and there was just a creeper walking down this. And I don't know where it came from. Because this is all lit up. Except over, well, even over here is lit up.
there's nothing lit up over here that I can think of. So I just had a creeper spawn up here, and I don't know how. Like I was walking over here, I look down here, turn around, and then there's just this creeper walking along these chests right here. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know where it came from. I don't think there's anywhere that is dark enough up here to spawn stuff, but now I have to be careful of that. So, yeah. Alright, so one of the nice things about this world is if I do this right, I came over here to get some sand to make some purple concrete, is that just by accident, we happened to find something as I was flying to our little mining area for sand. That's the area I found for sand that I've been using forever. It just so happens to be very close to our spawn and very close to this mansion, which we have to decide if we want to do anything with. I just found it funny. I was just flying to the desert and just happened to cross a mansion. Yeah, building this house is taking me a lot longer than I thought. Plus, I'm not 100% sold on purple concrete for the floor. So I think I'm going to work on this, trying to get it ready before my wife can see it, and then we'll go from there. So until next time, hope you have a good rest of your day.